Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Simon and we are the Whales of Wall Street. I've been really looking forward to pushing this project out to you guys as much as possible. So this one here was announced to us a few weeks back in the comment section actually, and I took a look for myself and within 5 seconds I purchased XPR tokens. We'll find out why and we'll go into this project even more. Before we do that, let's take a look at where it's available. So it is currently available on KuCoin. Currently available on Gate.io, Bithumb, Uniswap, and OKEX, and also on the Proton wallet, which we'll obviously go on to in a moment's time. And it's currently trading at just under 1 cent, so 0.008 at the time of recording. So what is Proton? Proton is predominantly around an app, wallet app on your phone. Why is it so interesting to me and many of you out there? Because they do zero fees when performing any kind of transaction via the wallet, whether that's paying someone or receiving tokens through other users. Zero fees. NFT marketplace, zero fees, or certainly for the first 10 that you make, etc. So we'll go into that in a bit more detail as well. And there's also other really cool aspects. It's basically trying to formulate this bank aspect to it. And on that note as well, we'll go on to something really interesting in a second too. So let's just start off with the wallet itself, as we've mentioned. So a pure DeFi wallet allowing you to essentially transport any of your cryptos off exchanges. I think they've got quite a good selection at the moment, so check out which ones are applicable, and they will keep building on that every week. And the way you get them onto your exchange is basically the Proton blockchain uses a wrap system around, say, BTC or Ethereum, for example, changes it to XETH or XBTC on respectively, and that allows you to then put it onto the wallet and transfer it into Proton tokens. Proton tokens for you to then be able to do what you want with them, whether that means staking, put them into a lending program that they now do, NFT marketplace, or simply change it and swap it over for another crypto asset for no fee. That's incredible. The staking aspect, so there's two forms of the staking. At the moment, there's a long-term one, which is currently closed because there's so many people on it. I think that might even last up to a year. And there's a short-term one, which I'm in currently. And it's really cool, actually, because you can chop and change it as you go along. You can take it out whenever you want, nice and easy. I think there's a bit of a cooling off period, etc., as normal. But if you ever add XPR to your account, you can simply go on there and just amend the staking aspect to increase it to what you've put in there. And it goes in instantly. So currently, I think it's running around 7.6 APR, which is quite good. So it does say average of 10. So yeah, of course that fluctuates a bit here and there, but 7% I thought was really cool, and an easy option. I mean, to be honest, my bank offers like 0.5% on my money in savings, so why on earth would I do that, where I can just put the same amount in this and get even better. We're going to the infrastructure of how to transfer tokens and how to use the platform, how you use your identity in this platform in a moment's time. But let's go into the lend one. I'm not going to go too much detail because we try not to promote too many things about lending and credits, cards and all this sort of stuff. But they do have the ability to utilize crypto like with AV and Compound. So I believe that's Comp and AV on exchanges if you're looking for those. But utilizing that kind of strategy around that to be able to utilize a lending platform. And there is a loan token as well, which is the governance aspect of this blockchain technology. The loan did actually have an airdrop in June for people who were holding XPR at the time. I don't know whether there'll be another one or not, but also for metal holders as well. So when it says very soon, I'm pretty sure that's already happened. But keep an eye on that just in case there is ever another one. But yeah, decentralized finance lending market built on Proton blockchain. Of course, things like know your customer, the trustworthiness, and smart contracts obviously take a massive part in that. And also, I believe that it's got a lot of regulation behind it, of course, as well. So it's quite an interesting one. But yeah, we're not going into too much detail, like I said. But I just wanted to mention that this is a possibility of a service that you may or may not want to get involved with, and there's loads of information on their website as to how it works and how it's come about, etc. So if you want to have a look at that, go for it. Fiat integrations is a really important aspect. So this is now allowing you to utilize a credit or debit card. Please don't use credit cards, it's very silly, but use debit cards to essentially buy your Proton tokens via USDC. So I think you get the wrapped USDC purchasing it through this aspect, no fees, and you'll get them into your wallet pretty much immediately, and then you can swap them into Proton tokens or whatever you want to utilize. So none of this fees nonsense that you get in other exchanges. Really cool, straightforward, simplistic, and also the same for transferring across to other accounts. And we will go on to this naming structure in a moment's time. Here's a bit of information here. So USDC directly, put it onto the Proton app wallet for Proton swap section, and then you can do whatever you want with it. Absolutely incredible, speedy, cheap, fantastic. That's all I'll say about it. The roadmap as well on here. The National Bank Charter. So these guys are also trying to launch a federally approved bank in the US, which is absolutely phenomenal. I'm sure they'll be able to do it worldwide if they get that one approved. But yeah, very much the fiat deposits that we just mentioned about as well being insured by FDIC, which is very important. So that's a really good confidence aspect for any new users to the platform, and perhaps even new users to crypto as well that want to get involved and perhaps have an easier way now to try and utilize essentially like a mini exchange, really, isn't it, on an app. So it's really cool that they've got all the regulation and everything in place already. So that's absolutely phenomenal. And here's I submitted an application to the US office of the comptroller of the currency for a full service national bank charter. I can't wait to see how that develops. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Really excited about it. In terms of the identity aspect that we mentioned, so you see this here with the @ name. It's kind of like Twitter and things like that. So utilizing the verification process, your KYC, your smart contract information, obviously you've got your private key aspect built into that. This stops you from getting any kind of like key information wrong, like when you do addresses, etc. So for example, I transferred from Qcoin to this wallet, and not only was it really quick, it used up 1 XPR to do it, which is incredible, but more importantly, when you do transfer across, you don't use that big long key. You just use your username without the @ bit on there, and it was as simple as that. And I could not believe it. By the time I'd gone off of Qcoin, once I saw the withdrawal was successful, went straight onto the wallet and it was done. I mean, it might be different for other people depending on where you are and the environmental factors, etc. But I could not believe it. I was like, is it really that easy? And then as soon as on my wallet, within 5 seconds, I had it in staking. Literally 5 seconds. I could not believe how easy and simple it was and quick. So that's really good confidence aspects of that. Go check it out yourselves. All I'll say is you can take my word for it all you want, but go and check it out. It's crazy. And I'm sure the process is very similar as well on the other exchanges, like Gate, as we mentioned, a couple of the other ones. So that's really cool. And also development programs. So this is very much allowing people to essentially utilize the technology to essentially help developers build on the blockchain as well. So it's like what BPro, etc. do, allowing the expansion of knowledge, expertise, and creative minds to keep developing the chain, but also developing their own projects within the system too. So I think that's really important to take note of that as well. And then you've got the NFT market, which is obviously a gigantic category in 2021, isn't it? So NFTs, a huge buzzword at the moment, but this platform's basically allowing you to create and sell your own NFTs. The first 10, I believe, are free to do, and then after that, you're talking about a couple of cents each one, which I think is absolutely phenomenal compared to other projects out there that have NFT application on them. So I do say watch out to all of these guys that are doing it already, and just say actually there's a new kid on the block here that will hopefully, once awareness kicks in even more, will realise the potential of this opportunity. So loads of NFTs have been created already. Some good sales have come from it already as well, and the transactions are phenomenal in such a short space of time of launching this. And if you run out of ideas, you can always get some inspiration from some of these that are already on there. Go and change your picture that you've got on your laptop, whatever, into a pixelated project and go and sell it. See if it goes. But there's some really cool options on there. So I think that's absolutely fantastic. Open source as well, so it's continuously being improved and enhanced as much as possible. So do check out the information on the page as well of that opening. And how you go about using the wrapped USDC to pay and get on the platform for that part of the project as well. So we covered quite a lot of things here. One of the final things as well is the fee burning. So every now and then they would do big massive fee burns, and I'll just double check because I don't think I checked at the beginning with you guys. So let's just check the so we've got the supply of 5.29 billion. Okay, so then every now and then they'll do big burns. So I think this one was just over 1 million. So you can see that over time, if they keep doing this, as well as all these other little token burns here as well, this will start dropping. So as demand keeps rising for Proton, do keep an eye on the supply. Of course, over time, maybe 5-10 years, who knows what this price could be once the supply starts potentially running out. So keep an eye on that for sure as well. And also some really cool aspects of throwing here, like charitable options too. So you can actually buy NFTs that also contribute to charitable events, such as this one with the big cats. I think this is from that TV program that I didn't actually watch myself. But yeah, really cool little aspect there. And also, before I go into the chart, I just wanted to point out this really cool website. So protonnz.com. It shows you how to send crypto without the fees to your wallet. So I do recommend having a read through that. It's quite a nice informative website here. And also another page here about how to buy Proton XRP via your wallet as well. So just check those bits and bobs out if you have any concern or any thoughts around, oh, how do I do this, how do I do that. I think this is a really good website that helped me out with a couple of things as well. So hopefully you find that informative, and do keep an eye on their Twitter as well. Big news here about the 40,000 unique accounts already in such a short space of time. I think they launched not too long ago, last year or so. So keep an eye on this, because I think it's an absolutely phenomenal project. And I can see, like, outside the box, as this like KYC improves and the banking options, the banking services that I have within the wallet, I do think like in the next 5-10 years it's going to be an absolutely phenomenal project as the awareness keeps building and more people keep using this phenomenal platform, especially with that zero fees aspect. They're really playing on that. If you go through their social media, there's a lot of talk about that. And why not? Because everyone's fed up with paying fees, right? I've tried to transfer some tokens across which were based on ERC20, and I was like, really? So I have to use up like 20% of my funds here just to pay to transfer across? Absolutely ridiculous. That's not what crypto should be about. So this is really important to me, a really important part. So do consider that. I think that's absolutely phenomenal, and the app's free as well. This is another beautiful thing about it. So yeah, I think it's really important to have a look and see what you think. And I love that whole decentralized ID thing, which I think they call DEID. So you might see some new terminologies come out of this as well. That whole like multi-signature threshold for the stable coin deployment. So that's that whole ramping aspect, being able to buy things via your debit cards, etc. So using that decentralized ID aspect, smart contracts, this is the way the world is going financially. I absolutely love it. I welcome it. And it makes all those people unbankable, and perhaps people who have struggled to get bank accounts, to finally get some power and feel like they're a part of this world. Do you know what I mean? That's what I love about this crypto space. It's opening power to people and still utilizing regulation, security and privacy, etc., in the background to make sure there's no fraudulent activity or manipulations and things. That's important. But to allow people to finally have some confidence and have the ability to try and live. If you've got like a problem getting hold of a bank or something, this is the chance, and I absolutely love it and welcome it. So that's been kind of a relatively brief overview. I hope you enjoyed the relative introduction to Proton XPR. If there's any questions, please do leave some comments below, and any other bits and bobs you want to know about it, just please do, and I'll find out for you as well. That's what I'm here for you guys, and you probably can tell me more about it as well, because I know there's a lot of XPR fanatics out there, so vice versa, please. That's what this community is all about. Let's go into the chart, guys. Before I do, please do make sure, if you've not done so already, that you like this video if you find it informative. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already, and press that notification bell to ensure you get notified of all the awesome videos we throw your way. So let's go into the chart. I'm not going to do too many massive observations, because we did a video on this the other day. Of course, we had a few days back the Bitcoin nonsense day, but Yesterday was an interesting one, a gigantic drop, but the retracement came back pretty much immediately. So we're still tracking around, as we said at the beginning of this video, just under 1 cent. So that's really good price point, to be honest. I mean, if we look back, I mean, obviously it's not gigantic amounts of money we're talking about here, but even back here and in the previous sort of all-time high areas, you're looking at potentially, obviously launch day I don't really count, but certainly if you look at these areas previously around April, March time, of around 3 cents. So there's still a good element of growth to go in this year alone, let alone the future. So you could say quite a substantial your return on your investment, even if you're looking at a short-term gain on this project. Certainly since around this time here, even from July, and irrespective of this massive drop here, we tanked up to this mark here, which is 267% growth, which I think is absolutely phenomenal for a project that's so new. But in terms of the fib retracement, I know this is like a rough guideline. This is anticipating that we might even get to over 10 cents in this bull run. So yeah, anything is possible, of course. And I do believe that if the awareness keeps going and the adoption keeps going, I have no problem with saying that 10 cents is more than realistic in this year. So let us know in the comments below what you think your price predictions are, what you think it will get to by the end of this bull run in 2021/2022. Really interested to know. But yeah, I think it's absolutely fantastic. We did in the previous video talk about this area here being key support line if they could get over this, but unfortunately we couldn't. So we did retrace back down here with a bit of a sell-off, probably because of all the fantastic profit taken from this big gathering of growth here. We had the big sell-off, which was probably understandable because this was unfortunately a bit of a volume kicker to say to people, well, maybe we're moving into a bit of a bearish opportunity. The MACD started narrowing slightly, so that was understandable, but then I think confidence pretty much whacked straight back in. And there's probably an awful bit of sell-off as well from staking rewards and things like that as that accumulated. So loads of positivity to still come out of this. I still believe like if we can keep maintained over this previous line that we drew in as a level of support, which we hopefully will do today again as well, and come into this circle that we drew in the last video, I think we can start pushing back up towards that 1 cent mark. Truly believe it very soon, and certainly into October I truly anticipate us to really push up to that sort of 1.5, maybe even 2 cent mark throughout October. So let's keep an eye on that. The MACD is looking positive. The RSI is showing that we've got plenty of room in the tank for this one in the short term before we see some major sort of drop off. As I said, we had this one, it's pretty much completely rejected, and now we're slowly starting to build that volume back up. But just pay attention to this histogram here, that we may sort of tail off into a less buying position, and that might indicate a bit more profit taking as well. So just be aware of all these aspects of the chart. But like I said, we'll do another video in a few days time where we'll go into proper analysis of this. But I just wanted to give you a reflection of where we've been with this project if it's new to you. In terms of where we have been and what we have done in the most recent short-term aspect, and where we are price point wise. So it's a really good one, guys. I think it's an absolute gem. I'm excited to see where it goes. I've got a load in staking now. I'm happy. I think I just basically leaving it in there, to be honest. I'm happy. I'm not even bothering to trade it personally this year, to be honest. I'm not fussed. I'm happy to leave that staking in there for as long as possible. Until it throws me out or something. But I'm happy to keep accumulating, certainly in drops, and certainly under that 1 cent level. I think it's absolutely phenomenal purchase. And obviously, if we, to be fair, I'm gonna lie to myself here. If it does get to something like 5 cents or above, of course, I'm probably going to take some profits, because it would be absolutely stupid not to, and then just reinvest it in on the drops again if there ever are any. But yeah, I truly believe that the adoption of this project will continue. I'm super excited, and I hope you are. But yeah, like I said, any questions, let me know in the comments, and hopefully I can answer some more for you. And we'll wrap it up there, guys. Just let us know if you are bullish on this project, if you're holding any tokens, what you're doing with the wallet right now. Are you involved in the NFTs? I'm really interested to know, and we can pull out some of the really key comments in the next video as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it informative, and we will see you all in the next video, and looking forward to the next XPR one. Take care. Bye bye.